you need to know about the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness in just 5 minutes. Now, the starting price for your entry-level Crosstrek is going to run you about $27,000. If you want the one like we got with all the bells and whistles, it's going to run you about $33,000. These seats look tight, cool with design, and they're comfortable, along with being heated, and you even have an embroidered Subaru Wilderness in the headrest. We got a carbon fiber print type on the gear shifter, dash, and door panels. We got 2 cup holders along with these circular inserts inside them, and I believe that's there to give your fountain drink a little bit of elevation or just for easy cleaning capabilities. We got a 12-volt charger along with some cubby space for storage and a leather-wrapped armrest that has not one charger in that thing, but you do got so much space you can literally throw the most random things up in there. Now under the hood, we got a 2.5-liter boxer 4 engine producing 182 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque, giving you 26 miles per gallon in the city and 33 on the highway. Now I know this ain't what this car is made for, but we got a 0 to 60 in 8.6 seconds. That's all I got to say. All these gold bronze accent pieces are really nice on the Wilderness, and you get them on top of the roof rack of the car, front bumper, rear bumper, side panel of the car, and even on the steering wheel. Now, if you're ever off-roading in this joint, you're gonna have a whole lot of fun, because now that's what this car is made for. Not 0 to 60 performance times or nothing like that. This is made for camper life, tailgating, and being off in the Wilderness. Hence the name, no pun intended, Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness. This is made to be out there and live and in the field, and this joint thrives in that space when you're going off-road and hitting dirt roads, going up rides, boulders, whatever it is, it can tackle it. You got an auxiliary cord with 2 chargers along with a wireless car charger that you got to turn on and off with a button. And did you know this car can tow up to 3,500 pounds? That's pretty impressive. You can swipe through your top screen to see your oil temps, weather, and even your drive modes. And speaking of drive modes, you have a sport mode right there on the steering wheel, and if you go through the top screen, you can choose between snow and dirt, normal, and even deep snow and mud. I really like these rocker panel covers on the side with Crosstrek, along with the ones over the wheel fenders, rear bumper, and front bumper. This infotainment screen looks pretty good and has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, along with pitch and roll, a maintenance page, and a Subaru page to schedule your next servicing appointment without ever having to leave your car. And on top of that, your climate controls are integrated right there in your infotainment screen. I really like the design and brightness of these LED fog lights, headlights, and tail lights. This trunk space is actually pretty spacious for such a small car. And on top of that, in case you're ever camping or tailgating, you got 2 cup holders right here. Lift up the floorboard, you'll see you got a spare tire with a jack, and you even have a cargo cover in case you get tired of looking at whatever's back there. On top of this car, looking really good on the inside and feeling really good. It also sounds really good in here too with this Harman Kardon sound system. We got 17-inch rims on all 4 corners wrapped up in 2 25/60s, and it's all-wheel drive. We got an analog cluster along with the digital gauge cluster right there in the center. The front door panel storage is a little smaller than I like, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it fits this car along with the back door panel storage as well. We got a glove box with pretty decent space. There's even a sunroof with a sliding cover. Now the key fob is nothing special, but I do love the fact that you gotta hit the Subaru logo to unlock the car. Since this trunk doesn't electronically close or open, Subaru installed a handle right here for you because you gotta slam that thing every single time. You got a sun visor that don't extend, but you do got an extendable door. The only downside with these is you got all this gap right here that doesn't get covered by the sun. And you got a card and paperwork holder right here, which will be utilized over time, trust me. Even at my height of 6'10", I got more than enough headroom and legroom in this car. To lay down the back seats, all you gotta do is pull this tab. Even for somebody as big as me, I can fit in this back seat just fine for a very short amount of time, because if I sit all the way upright, my head is on the ceiling. But I can make this work for a good amount of time, but not too long of a time, if that makes sense. But you do have 2 charging ports, a leather-wrapped armrest with 2 cup holders, and 2 kangaroo pouches for storage. The only downside of being in this back seat is the fact that there's absolutely no climate vents back here. But this car is small enough to where you can feel that air come from the front. Now, when it comes to everyday drivability, this car gets good gas mileage, looks good in my opinion, with some good colors and good bronze, gold metal type touches, and has lots of practicality. Now that's everything I think you need to know about the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness in just 5 minutes. Since this trunk doesn't, to give your fountain drink a little bit of elevation, I believe. I really don't know what they're for. You can swipe right through to see your oil temp, your weather. Oh, I'm tripping. Since this trunk doesn't, I actually really like these rocker panel covers. Yeah, close up, get my good side, man. Yeah, get them up, get oceanic motherfuckers, man.